In the soft glow of early 19th century England, an extraordinary silence was broken. Across the rolling hills and through the ancient quarries, among the weathered stones and deep earth, fossil hunters unearthed something immense. You can almost feel the tremor of discovery as pickaxes struck not simple rocks, but colossal bones, fragments of a scale that defied all contemporary understanding. A profound awe mingled with deep confusion. What could these immense petrified fragments truly be? Whispers of legendary giants, slumbering beneath the very soil of the land, began to spread through academic circles and quiet villages alike, stirring imaginations with ancient possibilities. These were not the mythical beasts of old tales, however. Patient study, meticulous comparison, and a dawning scientific understanding slowly revealed a truth far stranger. These immense structures belonged to ancient reptiles, creatures of a size and form that profoundly defied modern imagination. Museums across Europe soon began to fill with towering skeletal forms, each articulating a vanished world. Scientists observed these silent giants, debating their very nature. Were they slow, lumbering brutes, barely able to move their immense weight across primordial landscapes? Or were they dynamic, powerful rulers of an ecosystem now utterly transformed? The paradox lingered. How could such massive beings thrive in climates so profoundly different from today's Earth? This question continues to stir the imagination, hinting at deep, hidden chapters of planetary history. It was as if the Earth itself had deliberately concealed an epic story, only for stone to finally reveal the Jurassic. Tonight, that ancient age begins to unfold once more. Layered in fossils and mystery, it invites your closer gaze. Were such colossal forms an inevitable outcome of nature's grand design, or were they simply chance occurrences in a vast cosmic dance? Step closer now and observe how this profound story continues to unfurl. You might imagine the Jurassic landscape as a realm dominated by true giants. Among them, the colossal sauropods stretched up to 25 meters, a length far exceeding that of a modern city bus. Their immense frames were surprisingly lightened by hollow neck bones. This design allowed their heads to sweep across vast meadows, foraging with ease. Paleontologists still debate the exact posture of these magnificent necks. Some envision them lifted high, like cranes reaching for the sky. Others suggest a more horizontal, bridge-like carriage. Perhaps ancient myths of dragons, whispered through time, found their origins in the discovery of such immense fossilized remains. These gentle titans, like walking cathedrals of bone, transformed entire forests into banquets for millions of years. Their enduring reign in a warm, humid world reminds you that the rules of size and survival often remain just beyond our full grasp. As you journey deeper into the Jurassic tapestry, you discover the very air and water that cradled its colossal inhabitants. Imagine a world without winter's bite, where icy winds never swept across vast continents. During the Jurassic, Earth experienced a prolonged period of global warmth, transforming familiar landscapes. Average global temperatures were significantly higher, perhaps by as much as 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, compared to modern values. This consistent warmth created a greenhouse world, a verdant embrace that stretched from pole to pole. You find no evidence of extensive polar ice sheets, a stark contrast to the planet you inhabit today. Scientists continue to refine these ancient thermometers, piecing together temperature records from the chemistry of fossil shells and rocks. This omnipresent warmth permeated every corner, setting the stage for life's grand expansion. This ancient warmth was not a gentle breeze, but the breath of a planet exhaling deeply. Atmospheric carbon dioxide levels during the Jurassic were substantially elevated, estimated to be 3 to 5 times higher than pre-industrial levels. This abundance of CO2 acted as a powerful heat-trapping gas. Picture skies hazy with this invisible blanket, nurturing an exuberant flora unseen in much of your modern world. These elevated levels, likely driven by volcanic activity, fueled the rapid growth of dense forests, creating vast carbon sinks. Yet, the exact mechanisms and feedback loops of this ancient carbon cycle remain a subject of active scientific inquiry, a puzzle slowly yielding its secrets. You witness the planet's atmospheric chemistry, a silent architect of its verdant age. Beyond the warmth, you perceive a pervasive humidity, a constant moisture in the air. The Jurassic climate was characterized by its widespread humidity and mild conditions, fostering lush environments across vast continental expanses. Rainfall was more evenly distributed globally, reducing arid zones. Imagine a perpetual spring or early summer, where dry seasons were less pronounced, allowing vegetation to thrive in regions now marked by deserts. This consistent moisture nourished the colossal ferns and cycads that formed the base of the food chain for giant herbivores. Geologists trace these ancient rainfall patterns through the sedimentary rock layers, reading the echoes of vanished storms. Feel the gentle, moist air on your skin, a sensation lost to many parts of your modern Earth. The warm, humid air met vast, encroaching oceans, transforming continental boundaries. Global sea levels were significantly higher during the Jurassic, causing shallow seas to spill far into continental interiors. These epicontinental seas created vast, warm, marine environments. You might have sailed across what is now the middle of North America, navigating a broad seaway teeming with marine reptiles and ammonites. These inland seas acted as massive heat sinks, further moderating global temperatures and providing extensive habitats. The evidence lies in marine fossils discovered thousands of miles from any modern coastline, silent witnesses to a drowned world. The land beneath your feet was once a seabed, cradling secrets beneath its ancient waves. A silent tide of time rolls over these vanished shores, revealing the planet's ancient breath. Within these warm, shallow seas, vibrant ecosystems bloomed in places you might least expect. Coral reefs flourished extensively in the Jurassic, often forming in areas that are now arid desert landscapes. These ancient reefs were built by different types of corals than those dominating modern oceans. Imagine diving into a kaleidoscopic underwater garden in what is now the Sahara, surrounded by a dizzying array of marine life. These reefs provided crucial habitats and nurseries, supporting complex food webs from tiny invertebrates to colossal ichthyosaurs. Paleontologists identify these reef structures in fossil beds, mapping the ghost towns of ancient marine cities. The echoes of their silent, stony growth ripple through the deep geological record. Despite the global warmth, the question of polar ice remains a subtle chill in scientific discourse. For a long time, the consensus suggested a complete absence of polar ice caps throughout the Jurassic period, contributing to the higher sea levels. However, recent research introduces a more nuanced perspective. You might envision a world entirely free of ice, a blue and green marble. Yet, some scientific models now propose the possibility of ephemeral, seasonal ice formation at the highest latitudes, perhaps in mountainous regions. This debate highlights the ongoing refinement of our understanding of ancient climates, where new data constantly reshapes the planetary portrait. The edges of this ancient world remain slightly blurred, a mystery whispered by the winds of time. As the Jurassic sun warmed the Earth, a creature began to whisper of future skies. From the Solnhofen limestone of Germany emerged Archaeopteryx, a fossil blurring the lines between reptile and bird. This creature, no larger than a modern crow, possessed both reptilian teeth and claws, alongside fully formed feathers. Its wings, adorned with intricate plumage, suggest it was designed for flight, yet its skeletal structure hinted at a more primitive form of movement. Some scientists envision it gliding gracefully between ancient trees, a feathered shadow navigating the dense canopy. Others propose it executed short, powerful bursts of flight, a hesitant pioneer testing the very fabric of the air. Indeed, early quarrymen, unaware of its profound significance, sometimes sold these fossil slabs as mere curiosities. This creature stands as a frozen moment, a living bridge across vast evolutionary chasms. Its existence reminds you that the sky itself was a Jurassic inheritance, a profound journey still contemplated today. As you charted the colossal forms dominating Jurassic land, another realm, equally profound and ancient, stirred beneath the waves. Here, the oceans themselves became vast hunting grounds, ruled by reptilian leviathans. You encounter the ichthyosaur, a sleek, dolphin-like hunter reaching lengths of 15 meters, its eyes as wide as dinner plates. These swift predators gave birth to live young directly in the open sea, a remarkable adaptation for their oceanic existence. Scientists still ponder whether these creatures were warm-blooded, active hunters, or cold-blooded drifters, waiting for prey in the deep. Imagine ancient sailors, finding their fossilized remains, weaving tales of fearsome sea dragons from these very bones. Such encounters fueled myths, blurring the line between observation and legend. These marine reptiles filled ecological roles, much like modern sharks and whales. The Jurassic seas, then, were not merely water but a dynamic, alien ecosystem, where silent pursuit and sudden speed governed survival, echoing the mystery that still lingers in today's deep blue. As you journey deeper into the Jurassic, you encounter a world defined by its towering green cathedrals. Vast forests, unlike any you know, crowned the ancient landscapes. They were dominated by towering conifers, cycads, and ginkgo-like trees. Fossil pollen reveals green canopies stretching for hundreds of kilometers, an endless, verdant ocean. Some conifer cones were larger than a human hand, feeding entire herds of herbivores beneath their shade. This raises a question. Did flowering plants, with their vibrant hues, first appear here? Scientists still debate whether their first delicate blossoms graced these Jurassic clearings or awaited the later Cretaceous skies. These immense forests, echoing with unseen movements, held secrets in their timeless depth. As you consider the vastness of the Jurassic world, teeming with colossal plant-eaters, you might wonder what forces maintained its delicate equilibrium. Among the most formidable was Allosaurus, a theropod reaching 12 meters, its powerful jaws lined with razor-sharp serrated teeth. Imagine its shadow falling across ancient ferns. Fossilized trackways sometimes hint at multiple individuals moving together, suggesting possible group hunting. Yet, many paleontologists envision a solitary ruler, a lone storm of muscle and claw. You can almost feel the tremors of their struggles, preserved in mud where predator and prey met their final intertwined fate. Early settlers, unearthing fearsome skulls, often wove tales of dragons and mythical beasts. The true nature of their social world remains a profound puzzle, etched into the very stone of the Jurassic period. You might imagine the Jurassic Earth as a quiet green world, yet beneath its surface, immense forces were at play. Vast volcanic eruptions scarred the landscape, particularly as the supercontinent Pangaea began its slow, dramatic tear. Molten rock surged from deep fissures, creating immense lava fields that would one day form the Atlantic seafloor. These fiery deluges buried forests, preserving the sudden end of ancient plant life in their hardened flows. Scientists debate the full extent of their impact. Some propose these eruptions released gases that intensified global warming, while others suggest they caused regional extinctions, darkening skies with ash. It was as if the planet itself breathed fire, reshaping its very bones. Yet, life persisted, with dinosaurs navigating these altered terrains, a testament to enduring adaptation amidst Earth's profound transformations. You can almost feel the ancient heat lingering in the fossil record. You have seen the vastness of the Jurassic world through its towering bones. Yet, some of its most intimate stories are not found within their silent structures. Imagine ancient sandstone flats, now transformed into stone, where countless dinosaur footprints stretch for kilometers. What was once soft mud became a permanent record. These trackways offer a silent film of prehistoric life, revealing movements beyond mere skeletons. You can almost hear the rhythmic thud of a sauropod herd. Perhaps you sense the hurried scurry of a small theropod. Scientists observe these fossilized journeys, sometimes revealing vast migrations or sudden panics. They might show the purposeful strides of a lone hunter. Some researchers ponder if these marks trace seasonal journeys across the land. Others suggest they simply record ancient river crossings. Children once called them Thunderbird steps, connecting their own wonder to these imprints of forgotten motion. As if stone itself remembered movement, these traces provide a rare glimpse into Jurassic behavior. They whisper tales of pursuit, escape, and survival preserved forever, long after the flesh has turned to dust. You have explored the colossal, yet the Jurassic also preserved wonders in miniature. Imagine ancient tree resin, slowly hardening into golden amber, freezing countless tiny insects for 150 million years. Within these flawless golden drops, you discern delicate mosquitoes, iridescent beetles, and gossamer wings, their forms unchanged. Scientists observe this abundance, debating if it truly reflects a buzzing ecosystem or merely a lucky preservation bias. Ancient cultures, entranced by these suspended lives, carved amber as charms, believing them to be trapped souls. It's as if time itself had dripped honey, capturing the smallest, most vibrant echoes of the Jurassic. These miniature marvels whisper tales of a Jurassic world far more intricate than its towering inhabitants suggest, inviting a deeper contemplation. Even as vast Jurassic landscapes teemed with terrestrial giants, the ancient rivers held their own formidable rulers. Here, you would encounter the crocodiliforms, colossal armored predators. Their forms could stretch over 7 meters, a length comparable to a small bus. Imagine them, an unseen force lurking beneath a murky Jurassic river surface. Their powerful jaws, poised for a strike, could snap shut with astonishing, violent precision. These were masters of ambush, living alongside dinosaurs, sometimes competing for prime hunting grounds. Scholars still quietly debate the full extent of their domain. Did they reign solely in the water, or did they also patrol the damp riverbanks? Perhaps the enduring human fascination with unseen river monsters, those shadowy titans of folklore, finds its distant echo here. You sense their patient vigilance, a silent watch maintained through the deep currents of the Jurassic Period. It offers a glimpse into a world both familiar and profoundly alien. While immense dinosaurs dominated the Jurassic landscape, you find another story unfolding beneath their shadows. Here, tiny mammals, often the size of modern shrews or rats, scurried through the undergrowth. They fed on insects, their small, sharp jaws perfectly adapted for survival in a world of giants. Many were nocturnal, seeking refuge in burrows from larger predators. Scientists still debate their nature. Were they warm-blooded and fur-covered, or did they retain more reptilian traits? Folklore later whispered of night spirits, echoes of their unseen existence. Like sparks beneath a bonfire, these creatures endured unnoticed, planting seeds for future dominance. Their quiet endurance reveals a hidden resilience within the Jurassic tapestry. Beyond the open waters, a hidden architecture of stone pulsed with silent life. During the Jurassic Period, you would have found coral reefs flourishing not as mere patches, but as sprawling underwater cities. They stretched across thousands of kilometers, their intricate structures eventually becoming the limestone cliffs you might observe today. Warmer oceans and higher salinity created ideal conditions, fostering an abundance of fish and invertebrates within their protective embrace. Scientists still debate the rhythm of these colossal structures. Some suggest collapses led to localized extinctions, while others see natural cycles of renewal. Imagine ancient builders, millennia later, unknowingly quarrying this very reef stone, shaping temples from what were once Jurassic skeletons. These living fortresses truly felt like oceans building their own citadels, vibrant worlds teeming with unseen life, a silent testament to an era when the seas crafted monuments of unparalleled scale. You might picture the Jurassic world as a domain of scales and colossal might, a tapestry woven with reptilian forms. Yet, beneath the towering shadows, another story was quietly unfurling. Across ancient China, unearthed fossils whisper of small theropods. Not scaled, but adorned with a delicate down. These early experiments in warmth, camouflage, and display were subtle, a prelude to the aerial dancers of tomorrow. Scientists debate the spectrum of their hues. Some envision muted earth tones, while others suggest a flash of vibrant color, perhaps for courtship or warning. Local farmers, long before scientific classification, saw in these fossilized forms the mythical phoenix. They imagined a creature of fire and rebirth emerging from stone. As if cloaked in shadows of nascent fur and flame, these fossils blurred lines we once held so clear. Evolution was already sketching its feathered masterpieces, long before the sky truly belonged to birds, inviting you to reconsider the ancient air. You might consider the Jurassic coast, where the sea slowly claimed ancient forests. Beneath those rising waves, entire woodlands were drowned, their sturdy tree stumps now preserved in sediment. These silent witnesses offer a direct record of Earth's pulse. A moment it faltered, the growth rings within these petrified trees reveal sudden stress. They mark the precise moment salt water began to intrude. Geologists meticulously study these fossilized remnants as markers for sea level rise during the Jurassic Period. Imagine the slow, inexorable creep of the ocean, transforming vibrant green into a silent, submerged world. Later, folklore spoke of ghost forests reappearing at exceptionally low tides. This haunting echo from lost ecosystems reminds you that change was dramatic, captured in stillness beneath the waves. You sense the profound weight of time in their silent, preserved forms. You might imagine the vast Jurassic world as a domain of land giants, yet look skyward. There, a different lineage held dominion. The pterosaurs. These winged reptiles, not dinosaurs, claimed the ancient air, their forms remarkably diverse. You would have seen species no larger than a modern sparrow flitting through the prehistoric canopy. But then, your gaze might lift to immense shadows. Some pterosaurs stretched wingspans, rivaling small aircraft perhaps 9 meters across. Their bones, hollow and light as reeds, were perfectly adapted for flight. A marvel of natural engineering. Scientists still debate the exact altitudes these creatures achieved. Did they merely glide low, or did some truly soar on thermals, reaching heights comparable to today's eagles? This question adds another layer to their aerial mystery. Imagine the silent, effortless descent of a shadow over a sun-drenched Jurassic landscape. Their reign was absolute, an airborne ballet now only whispered through stone. Vast stretches of North America hold a profound secret beneath their surface. This secret is the Morrison Formation, a Jurassic landscape preserved in stone. It stands as one of Earth's most prolific fossil beds, a true library of ancient life. Within its layers, you might uncover the colossal bones of a sauropod, the armored plates of a stegosaur, or the sharp teeth of a Jurassic predator. The sheer abundance of these remains sparks ongoing scientific debate. Was it prolonged drought, concentrating creatures around dwindling water, or the sudden, powerful floods of ancient river systems that amassed these skeletal treasures? Early pioneers, unearthing these monumental bones, often named their finds dragon cemeteries, sensing the immense, vanished power buried beneath their feet. Each fossil remains a page, silently whispering tales from a world long turned to dust. As you journey deeper into the Jurassic, you encounter a creature whose silhouette remains instantly recognizable, yet profoundly mysterious. Stegosaurus, with its distinctive dorsal plates, presents one of paleontology's most enduring riddles. These bony structures, some reaching several feet in height, lined its back from neck to tail. Their precise function remains a subject of continuous academic debate. Were they primarily defensive armor, a formidable shield against the sharp teeth of Jurassic predators? Evidence of blood vessel channels suggests they might have functioned as sophisticated thermal regulators. Imagine them absorbing the sun's warmth or cooling the creature in the Jurassic heat. You might also consider them a vibrant display, like a prehistoric banner used to attract mates or intimidate rivals. Early paleontologists, observing its remarkably small head, sometimes ridiculed the Stegosaurus in newspapers. They pondered such a tiny brain for so vast a body, sparking public fascination. The true purpose of these iconic plates, however, continues to elude definitive answers. They stand as silent monuments to the Jurassic's complex biological innovations. Inviting your quiet contemplation, you find yourself peering closer at the silent chronicles of Earth. Within the dark shales of the Jurassic period, delicate fossil ferns emerge, etched like nature's own artwork. These vanished green carpets once thrived in the humid embrace of ancient forests, forming lush understories beneath towering conifers. Some scientists suggest elevated carbon dioxide levels fueled their widespread growth. Others highlight their remarkable resilience against environmental shifts. Imagine collectors, centuries ago, framing these intricate patterns, marveling at the Earth's silent signature. Each frond carries the shadow of a green world long gone. They offer you a fragile, yet enduring window into those primordial ecosystems. Their quiet patterns invite a deeper gaze into time's gentle unfolding. Beneath the warm Jurassic surface, vast ocean currents flowed, unseen architects of life and climate. These ancient rivers of water, often navigating shallow inland seas, transported vital nutrients across continents. You might think of them as the Earth's circulatory system, sustaining marine abundance from tiny plankton to great marine reptiles. Scientists quietly debate their ultimate role. Did these currents stabilize the global climate, or did they drive unpredictable shifts? Imagine the subtle push and pull shaping entire ecosystems. Centuries later, sailors far inland discovered ancient seashells. Their tales of great floods unknowingly echoed these immense, vanished tides. These silent, decisive forces forever etched their story into the Jurassic landscape, a constant, gentle whisper from the deep. While vast creatures shaped the Jurassic landscape, other, smaller lives also quietly thrived. Imagine stepping close to a Jurassic marsh, where tiny amphibians, some of the earliest frogs, moved through the reeds. With elongated legs and flexible spines, these ancient creatures were perfectly adapted for quick leaps across damp earth and into shallow waters. Fossil remains reveal a basic blueprint for modern frogs, already taking shape millions of years ago. Scientists still ponder the true extent of their ancient territories. Did warm Jurassic climates limit their distribution to specific pockets? Or did their silent presence span across continents, a hidden network of life? This question whispers through the fossil record. Perhaps later myths of croaking spirits in ancient swamps hold a faint echo of these very beings. They were tiny voices beneath the thunder of giants. Their story is a gentle reminder of life's quiet persistence, a subtle note in the grand symphony of the Jurassic. As the Jurassic world pulsed with relentless hunters, certain creatures began to wear their defenses. Long before the iconic ankylosaurs, their Jurassic ancestors began to forge living armor, covering their bodies in bony plates called osteoderms. You might imagine these creatures as walking fortresses, their backs a mosaic of protective scales. Scientists still ponder the full extent of their weaponry. Some evidence suggests these early armored dinosaurs might have swung their tails defensively. Others believe their primary deterrent was simply their impenetrable hide. Such ancient remains, perhaps uncovered by shepherds and miners, may even have inspired folklore of living tanks. These early defenses highlight nature's inventive strategies, a silent testament to survival in a dangerous age. You have journeyed through the vastness of Jurassic landscapes. Yet, the ancient strata hold secrets far smaller than any bone. Here, you discover the delicate impressions of life's minute architects: seeds, spores, and microscopic pollen. These tiny fossils, often overlooked, paint vivid pictures of ancient flora. Early collectors, you might imagine, sometimes mistook these preserved seeds for mere decorative stones, unaware of their botanical secrets. Scientists observe how these plant remains reveal profound vegetation shifts. You see evidence of cycads dominating some forests, while ferns thrived beneath conifer canopies elsewhere. A quiet academic tension surrounds these samples. Scholars debate whether the earliest flowering plants began their hidden evolution within these ecosystems, or arrived much later. It is as if time pressed an ancient herbarium into the rock, allowing you to reconstruct the subtle, vibrant tapestries where giants grazed. The smallest traces often hold the grandest narratives of a vanished world. As the Jurassic world unfolded, revealing its grand tapestry of life, you witnessed the emergence of a truly unique silhouette. These were the Stegosaurs, distinctive herbivores with their rows of bony plates and formidable spiked tails. Their fossils appear across vast ancient lands, from North America to Europe and Asia, marking their widespread reign. Yet, the exact function of those prominent plates remains an academic mystery. Did they act as thermal regulators, absorbing or dispersing the sun's warmth? Or were they perhaps elaborate display structures, signaling to rivals or potential mates across the primeval plains? This discussion continues among scientists. However, the spiked tail, famously named the thagomizer, presented no such gentle puzzle. It served as a fearsome defensive tool, capable of deterring the largest predators. Imagine their silent grazing, these walking fortresses, a testament to the Jurassic period's endless inventiveness. You might imagine the colossal dinosaurs of the Jurassic period as invincible. Yet their beginnings were remarkably delicate. Across ancient landscapes, fossilized dinosaur eggs and nesting sites offer a profound glimpse into their reproductive lives. These fragile shells, akin to those of modern reptiles and birds, reveal a vulnerability beneath their immense scale. You discover clutches buried in ancient sands or soft soils, sometimes preserving the faint outlines of embryonic life within. Scientists still quietly debate whether devoted parental care was a common behavior or a rare exception among these giants. Some Jurassic eggs even display subtle spiral textures, prompting theories of protective adaptations against predators or environmental shifts. Imagine the early farmers unearthing these strange, stony spheres, often mistaking them for mythical dragon stones, imbued with ancient power. These silent relics, like moments frozen mid-birth, bridge the vast gulf between potential and living history, inviting your contemplation. You have journeyed among the colossal titans of the Jurassic world, yet beneath their immense presence, a hidden kingdom flourished. Within ancient amber and compression fossils, you discover the silent witnesses of this miniature realm. Jurassic insects. They are preserved with astonishing clarity, each detail frozen in time. Observe the delicate tracery of wings, the fine antennae, the intricate facets of compound eyes. These tiny forms offer a direct window into complex ecosystems that might otherwise remain invisible. Scientists still debate this period's insect diversity. Some argue it already mirrored the vast array you know today. Others suggest its evolution was still unfolding. These fragile creatures whisper of ancient pollination, of miniature predation, and of survival on the smallest scale. They remind you that history's grandest dramas often rest on fragile wings. Deep within Jurassic sediments, you uncover echoes of ancient ocean life preserved for millennia. Here, ammonites, like coiled jewels, once navigated the currents alongside belemnites, resembling swift, dart-like hunters of the deep. These spiral-shelled and dart-shaped relatives of modern squids filled the vast seas with movement, often becoming prey for formidable ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs. The intricate patterns etched onto ammonite shells, much like a complex code, are studied as vital keys to understanding ancient climates. Scholars still ponder if these cephalopod relatives migrated vast distances, much like modern squids, or remained closer to the sunlit coasts. Later cultures, finding these beautifully preserved spiral forms, revered them as snake stones, believing them to hold sacred power. You hold a fragment of a dynamic ancient world, where life pulsed with intricate beauty, quiet purpose, and the constant rhythm of the tide. The ground beneath the Jurassic giants was never truly still. Imagine the vast landmass of Pangaea, a single supercontinent at the dawn of this period, beginning its dramatic rupture. This was a slow-motion catastrophe, dividing the world into familiar shapes, though not yet in their modern positions. Scientists today still debate the precise tempo of this global unraveling. Was it a gradual, almost imperceptible creep over millions of years, or did intense volcanic pulses accelerate certain phases? Volcanic rifts, now solidified into vast basalt layers across continents, offer deep scars and valuable clues. Yet the full story remains etched in rock, waiting for a clearer translation. As you trace the coastlines on a modern map, consider these ancient movements. You might then see echoes of a world once united, now forever changed. As you journey through the early Jurassic, a distinct predator emerges from the ancient shadows. This was Dilophosaurus, a creature of 6 meters, its slender frame concealing formidable strength. Adorned with twin bony crests, like delicate crowns, it moved silently through primeval forests. Scientists observe these enigmatic structures, pondering their true purpose. Were the crests for visual display, a silent signal, or did they assist in its hunting strategies? Popular imagination often depicts Dilophosaurus spitting venom, a dramatic myth unsupported by any fossil evidence. Yet, the enduring mystery of its form, perhaps echoed in ancient legends, bridges scientific inquiry with the whispers of imagination. You sense its silent passage through the mists of time, a phantom hunter, still unknown. While colossal creatures roamed the land, Another world quietly thrived beneath Jurassic waters. Fossilized fish reveal a surprising diversity in these ancient freshwater realms. Armored species navigated slow currents, while agile hunters darted through the depths. You might find scales and bones preserved in fine shale, testament to their varied forms. Some scientists observe resemblances to modern pike or perch, suggesting familiar ecological roles. Yet, many others possessed entirely unique anatomies. Ancient traditions, in some regions, even viewed these fossil fish as omens of impending floods. They seemed whispers from a deep aquatic past. These creatures formed crucial, smaller threads in the vast Jurassic food web, linking amphibians, reptiles, and insects together. Their delicate remains invite you to ponder the unseen lives that sustained an ancient ecosystem. As you wander through the ancient Jurassic landscape, your gaze might settle upon the majestic Camarasaurus. This common North American sauropod often grew to 18 meters, bearing a profound weight of nearly 20 tons. Its bulk equaled that of 4 fully grown elephants, moving across the primeval plains. Its robust teeth, unlike those of more delicate cousins, were perfectly adapted for grinding coarse vegetation. This suggests a powerful, persistent grazer, embodying strength among the Jurassic giants. Yet, a quiet debate endures among paleontologists. Did these colossal beings migrate in herds, or did they prefer a solitary existence? The social nuances of Camarasaurus remain a subtle, unresolved question, a whisper from the deep time of the Jurassic period. Beyond the colossal bones that dominate your imagination, the Jurassic period also left behind more delicate whispers of its past. You find these in fossilized leaves, pressed into stone like ancient botanical blueprints. These intricate remains serve as remarkable climate archives, their venation patterns and cellular structures revealing shifts in rainfall and atmospheric carbon dioxide levels. Imagine them as Earth's own diaries, silently recording environmental conditions that fed enormous dinosaurs and nurtured the earliest mammals. Yet, scientists still debate whether the Jurassic experienced rapid climate fluctuations or maintained a period of stable, consistent warmth. Early collectors, captivated by their delicate beauty, often framed these fossilized leaves as if they were natural works of art. Each leaf, a tiny, silent story, invites you to trace the contours of a vanished world. You encounter the Kentrosaurus, a creature whose very form speaks of ancient defense. Along its back and tail, this Jurassic stegosaur relative bore an array of sharp, bony spikes. These natural weapons provided a formidable shield against the era's powerful predators. Paleontologists still ponder the primary role of these elaborate defenses. Some suggest the spikes were a visual deterrent, a stark warning to any approaching threat. Others propose they might have signaled strength and health to rivals within its own species. Imagine this creature, a living fortress, moving through the ancient African landscapes. Uncovered bones might have inspired ancient folklore of spiny beasts guarding mountains. Its presence in Jurassic Africa shows how diverse protection could become under predatory pressure. You consider the silent wisdom of its armored form. Along the coastal edges of ancient lands, particularly in what is now England, you discover vast natural libraries. The Jurassic coast, a storied stretch of these cliffs, holds an astonishing record of life. Here, ammonites, marine reptiles, and even dinosaur bones lie stacked within its stone pages. Scientists meticulously study these layered formations, seeking to reconstruct the changing seas and environments of the Jurassic period. A quiet debate unfolds among them. Did ancient storms ensure rapid, rich burials, or did gradual accumulation slowly build these fossil treasures? Local legends of dragon bones, often began with these very eroded skeletons. Imagine the awe of early villagers encountering such colossal, unfamiliar remains. These cliffs, etched by millennia, offer you a silent, stone time machine. They whisper tales of a world long vanished, inviting your gaze deeper into the Earth's enduring memory. Fact 35. The long-necked plesiosaurs of Jurassic seas. The Jurassic canvas was vast, painting not only land but also filling ancient oceans with magnificent forms. You might imagine a shadow passing over the sunlit surface of a primeval sea. This could have been a plesiosaur, a marine reptile whose neck alone stretched several meters. Its powerful flippers propelled a streamlined body, navigating the depths with serpentine grace. The discovery of their elongated skeletons in Victorian times fueled tales of mythical sea serpents. Human minds struggled then to comprehend such an alien deep-sea form. Scientists still debate their hunting methods. Some theories suggest they ambushed fish by sweeping their long necks. Others propose they were constant, active predators, pursuing prey through the open ocean. Imagine the cool currents parting around its sleek form, its dark eyes scanning the water for movement. As if the ocean itself had given birth to a living shadow, the plesiosaur moved with quiet, menacing beauty. Their enduring presence across millions of Jurassic years speaks to a perfect adaptation, a silent mastery of their watery domain. Within the vast, warm waters of the Jurassic, life took many forms, some visible, some hidden. Among the most unassuming were stromatolites, ancient microbial structures that quietly constructed vast, layered reefs, much like silent, living rock formations. Scientists still ponder how widespread these microbial reefs were during the Jurassic, debating if they thrived everywhere or only in specific, protected lagoons. These layered stones, often mistaken for mere rocks, were sometimes revered by ancient cultures as sacred relics, as if they sensed the deep time within them. Even today, in certain shallow waters, these ancient builders persist, their silent layers echoing the profound, unseen forces that shaped the Jurassic world. You might imagine the Jurassic landscape, teeming with immense life, but a different kind of hunter also stalked its realms. Ceratosaurus, a formidable predator, stood over 6 meters long. Its unique horn, adorning its snout, made it instantly recognizable. Powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth were perfectly adapted for slicing prey. Some paleontologists envision it hunting near ancient rivers, perhaps ambushing aquatic creatures. Others propose Ceratosaurus dominated terrestrial hunting, a swift and powerful force across the land. This striking feature, a bony spear upon its face, might have fueled ancient whispers of horned beasts. Such echoes resonate across millennia. Its very form whispers of adaptation, a testament to varied strategies for survival in the vast Jurassic world. Beyond the colossal shadows of Jurassic giants, you discover a hidden green world. Though conifers and cycads dominated, a rich understory thrived. Delicate ferns unfurled, ancient horsetails stood, and ginkgo leaves gently fluttered. Fossilized impressions reveal entire ecosystems of smaller plants, sustaining countless insects. Some scholars ponder if early flowering plants, angiosperms, began their ascent within these shaded layers. Others remain unconvinced, seeing no definitive evidence so early. Imagine these fossil leaves, once displayed as curiosities, now whispering tales of a verdant symphony. Without these intricate layers, dinosaurs would have lacked the very foundations for their survival. Within the vastness of the Jurassic world, survival demanded ingenious solutions. For the immense sauropods, simply swallowing vast quantities of vegetation was not enough. You find evidence of their digestive secrets in fossilized gastroliths. These smooth, often polished stones were deliberately ingested, acting as internal grinders within their massive stomachs. Imagine the slow, rhythmic churn, breaking down tough plant fibers with a hidden mechanical mill. For centuries, farmers sometimes discovered these curious stones, mistaking them for sacred objects, far from their true ancient purpose. Even now, scientists quietly debate whether all sauropod species employed this method, or if it was a specialized adaptation. These small, silent stones testify to the complex, unseen adaptations that allowed giants to thrive across the ancient landscapes you explore. You might gaze up and picture the vast, ancient canvas of the Jurassic skies. Here, pterodactyls, those pioneering winged reptiles, held dominion. Their wingspans varied dramatically, from less than a meter like a modern crow to over 2 meters, a span wider than your outstretched arms. These early pterosaurs were adapted with lightweight bones, perfectly suited for an aerial existence. Yet, scientists still debate their exact flight capabilities. Did they primarily glide on thermal currents, or did they actively flap across the immense distances of the Jurassic world? You might recall ancient tales where fossil remains were interpreted as dragons, winged creatures of stone. The very air above you during the Jurassic period was stitched with these silent, leathery sails. Their delicate skeletal traces remind you how fleeting and precious are the records of life's grandest aerial dancers. You might imagine the colossal sauropods of the Jurassic period moving as solitary, lumbering giants. Yet, across ancient mudflats, you can find fossilized trackways telling a different story. These preserved paths reveal parallel lines of sauropod footprints, sometimes stretching for miles. It is as if the very land itself recorded a silent, slow-motion caravan etched into stone. Each print becomes a quiet echo of a shared journey. Paleontologists debate whether these mark true social herding, perhaps for seasonal migrations. Others argue they were merely many individuals coincidentally using the same optimal paths. For centuries, some local communities, encountering these vast impressions, mistakenly believed them to be the tracks of colossal, ancient birds. These enduring imprints whisper of a time when even the largest creatures found strength and perhaps safety in numbers, drifting across a prehistoric world. You journey deeper into the Jurassic, where evolution sculpted forms both familiar and utterly alien for you to discover. Among these, the early ceratosaurs emerged, their faces adorned with distinctive horns above their noses and eyes. These powerful predators measured 6 to 7 meters in length. You envision them as lean, formidable hunters stalking the ancient landscapes. Scientists observe that the precise purpose of these cranial projections remains an intriguing mystery. Some paleontologists propose they served as weapons for territorial combat. Others suggest they were elaborate ornamental displays, perhaps for attracting mates within their species. Imagine these creatures, their heads seemingly armored by nature itself, a blend of menace and an unexpected elegance. It is thought by some that the unearthed skulls of these horned beasts may have even inspired ancient folklore, whispers of horned demons from a forgotten age. Their presence adds another layer of quiet wonder to the Jurassic tapestry you now explore. While you explore the grand narratives of the Jurassic, some stories are etched in impossibly small details. Imagine a moment when a prehistoric storm raged, its fury now vanished. Yet, certain rare Jurassic deposits hold the delicate impressions of raindrops, frozen in ancient mud for millions of years. These tiny pits, often no larger than a lentil, offer scientists a silent, tangible record of prehistoric weather. They reveal not only rainfall intensity, but also hint at the atmospheric makeup of Earth's deep past. Researchers meticulously analyze these delicate fossils, attempting to estimate the very density of the Jurassic air itself. Yet, the precise accuracy of such atmospheric calculations remains a quiet subject of ongoing scientific debate, a puzzle still unfolding. They stand as a soundless echo of a passing storm, a whisper from a sky you will never know. Beyond the towering herbivores, your attention shifts to a predator whose very name echoes through the history of discovery. You encounter the formidable Megalosaurus, its legacy etched deeply into early paleontology. This Jurassic carnivore, stretching over 9 meters, wielded massive, serrated teeth, perfectly adapted for slicing flesh. Its formal naming in the early 19th century established it as one of the first dinosaurs acknowledged by science. Initially, you might have envisioned it as a lumbering, giant lizard, a perception long since refined. Still, the debate lingers. Did this theropod actively hunt, or did it frequently scavenge? A quiet query within the fossil record. Its imposing remains once inspired local legends of ancient dragons, their bones hidden beneath the earth. Megalosaurus, in its silent strength, remains an anchor for the very genesis of our dinosaur story. As you drift through the ancient seas of the Jurassic, look closely beneath the waves for structures older than the dinosaurs themselves. Stromatolites, layered formations crafted by ancient cyanobacteria, rose from the Jurassic seafloor. These microbial communities built silent reefs, much like tiny, enduring architects shaping the underwater landscape. While you might envision a world dominated by larger organisms, these microbial structures persisted. Scientists continue to debate their exact ecological role during the Jurassic period. Some evidence suggests a gradual decline, yet other findings reveal their enduring local importance in certain shallow waters. These ancient formations whisper a quiet truth. Even as colossal dinosaurs roamed the land, microscopic life profoundly shaped the Jurassic seas. You witness a testament to Earth's earliest architects, whose work continues to echo through geological time. You might imagine the sheer scale of Jurassic giants, beings that redefined life's boundaries. Among colossal beings, Diplodocus carried a tail longer than an entire modern bus. Fossils whisper tales of this immense appendage, cracking like a whip through the ancient air. Scientists ponder whether such a powerful crack served as defense against predators or a form of thunderous communication. Yet, the stress on bone and muscle required for such a feat sparks ongoing debate among researchers. Imagine standing beneath its reconstructed skeleton, an awe-inspiring vision that captivated early museum-goers. It appeared as a living bridge of bone and muscle, a testament to ancient power. These incredible tales remain silent testaments to the colossal engineering of the Jurassic period. They invite you to ponder their ancient, unspoken secrets. You might wonder how we piece together the daily meals of Jurassic giants. The answer often lies in coprolites, the fossilized dung left behind by these ancient creatures. These stony traces offer direct evidence of what once filled a dinosaur's stomach. Inside these petrified remnants, scientists discover a mosaic of ancient diets. You might find delicate plant fragments, tiny fish bones, or the chitinous husks of insects, painting a vivid picture of prehistoric food chains. Some paleontologists interpret these varied contents as proof of highly specialized feeding strategies. Yet, others caution against overinterpretation, reminding you that a single coprolite represents just one meal. They are like pages from nature's forgotten diary, silently recording the sustenance that fueled a bygone world. You drift now to a quiet corner of the Jurassic world, a place in ancient Germany where stone remembers with startling clarity. The Solnhofen limestone holds fossils of unrivaled detail, a window into delicate life from millions of years past. This fine-grained rock captured everything: tiny fish, intricate insects, and imprints of Archaeopteryx feathers. Quarry workers, splitting slabs, often stumbled upon these natural artworks, unveiling a hidden Jurassic archive. Scientists ponder the precise conditions, debating whether a serene, shallow lagoon or an anoxic seabed created such perfect preservation. These exquisite stone etchings remain, offering you a glimpse into an age otherwise lost to the currents of time. You might picture the Jurassic as a time of quiet, verdant growth. Yet deep beneath, Earth was restless. As if the planet itself exhaled smoke, vast volcanic eruptions sent plumes of ash soaring high. These clouds drifted across entire continents, altering the very air you breathed. Layers of fine volcanic dust, now fossilized, serve as precise time markers. They allow you to date ancient life with remarkable accuracy. Some paleontologists argue these events warmed the global climate. Others see evidence of local ecological stress, where life struggled to adapt. Perhaps ancient myths of skies darkened by fire echo such turbulent events. Each ash layer is both a scar and a timestamp in Earth's memory. Your gaze might drift to the immense neck of Brachiosaurus, yet its skull held a singular design. This high-arched cranium, unlike many contemporaries, placed its nostrils high atop its head. Imagine a creature reaching 22 meters, a living tower, its senses aimed towards the sky. Scientists ponder whether this design allowed browsing the highest canopies, much like a giraffe. Others suggest a more modest mid-level grazing, its unique head perhaps serving another purpose. Victorian naturalists compared such a creature to mythical giants, a walking mountain of flesh. As if ancient forests had begun to walk, Brachiosaurus became a living symbol of upward reach. Its fossilized remains continue to whisper tales of ancient majesty, a silent power. As you contemplate its skyward gaze, the quiet grandeur of the Jurassic period settles. Beyond the colossal dinosaurs that roamed the Jurassic lands, you would discover a world equally profound beneath the waves. Here, the ammonites reigned, their elegant coiled shells a testament to ancient marine architecture. You might trace the delicate fern-like patterns etched across their surfaces, known as suture lines, which resemble nature's own mathematical fractals. Scientists still ponder the true purpose of these intricate designs. Some suggest they provided immense structural integrity, fortifying the shell against the crushing pressures of the deep or the jaws of predators. Others propose these labyrinthine chambers, defined by the sutures, precisely managed buoyancy, allowing the ammonite to ascend or descend with graceful precision. Throughout history, you find these fossilized wonders revered as snake stones, believed to possess protective or healing powers, linking them to folklore. Their presence marks the very pulse of Jurassic time, offering silent clues to an age long past. As you envision the Jurassic world, picture not just its creatures, but its silent, petrified forests. These are not mere impressions, but entire trees transformed, cell by cell, into stone. Over countless millennia, minerals permeate the wood. They replace organic matter until the tree becomes a perfect stone replica. You can still trace the intricate patterns of bark and the delicate growth rings within these stony giants. Scientists carefully examine these rings, unlocking secrets of Jurassic rainfall and ancient climate patterns. Some ancient peoples saw these colossal stone trunks differently. They believed them relics of gods, struck into petrified silence by powerful forces. These forests stand as a testament to deep time, living giants turned into enduring monuments. They embody a profound, ancient silence. These landscapes remind you that even entire ecosystems can be captured, frozen forever, awaiting your quiet gaze. Beyond the colossal shadows you have explored, you might envision a smaller, swifter hunter moving through the ancient ferns. Ornitholestes, a name meaning bird robber, was one such nimble predator, measuring only about 2 meters from nose to tail. This agile theropod, lightly built, pursued the quick-moving mammals and lizards of its time, hunting with sudden, precise strikes. Scientists continue to debate whether this creature possessed a distinct nasal crest, a subtle detail that adds to its mysterious profile. Its presence, like a darting shadow among colossal forms, reminds you that Jurassic life depended on both titans and swift, silent hunters. Perhaps the old folklore of sly forest creatures whispers of such an ancient, essential hunter. You may think of crocodiles as rulers of sun-drenched rivers and murky swamps, yet, during the Jurassic, an ancient lineage known as metriorhynchids traded land for waves, becoming true masters of the open ocean. These streamlined predators, some reaching 3 meters, hunted fish and squid with agile grace. Their bodies, sculpted for aquatic life, featured paddle-like limbs and powerful tails, a stark departure from their terrestrial kin. Fossils hint at creatures so perfectly adapted, some scientists ponder if they ever return to land at all. Perhaps the tales of ancient mariners, whispering of sea monsters, were born from glimpses of these formidable Jurassic hunters. The metriorhynchids offer a silent lesson in evolution's boundless imagination, reshaping familiar forms for new, watery kingdoms. Fact 55. Fossilized dragonflies of Jurassic skies. Beyond the colossal shadows, you find the delicate imprints of Jurassic skies in ancient shale. These are fossilized Jurassic dragonflies, some with wingspans up to 20 centimeters, akin to a modern songbird. They thrived in humid wetlands, sharing their vibrant world with early amphibians and reptiles. Scientists quietly debate if higher oxygen levels of that era supported such impressive insect sizes. This ancient scale might even have sparked early human myths of giant, shimmering spirits taking flight. Their wings, preserved like fragments of stained glass, offer a quiet, hypnotic beauty, a testament to life's intricate dance. You trace these ethereal patterns, feeling the faint, silent hum of a world long past. It invites you deeper into its mysteries. You might picture the Jurassic as a realm of colossal carnivores, yet smaller, resilient herbivores also thrived. Among them was Camptosaurus, a dinosaur of the late Jurassic period, roaming the ancient landscapes of North America. This creature measured around 7 meters, roughly the length of a small bus, a significant presence in its ecosystem. Its strong hind limbs allowed for both bipedal sprints and quadrupedal grazing, a testament to its versatile survival strategies. Scientists still debate its social habits. Some imagine you seeing them in protective herds, while others suggest a more solitary existence. These adaptable dinosaurs, with teeth designed for tough vegetation, sometimes left behind fossilized remains that local legends mistook for strange, ancient horse-like skeletons. As if the very forests whispered lessons of endurance, Camptosaurus offers a glimpse into the quiet tenacity of life in a changing world. From the ancient earth, you uncover the quiet story of protection, a narrative etched in bone. Stegosaurus, unearthed in England, carried rows of bony plates along its back, like nature's earliest chainmail. These osteoderms offered a nascent defense, a prelude to the formidable armor seen in later dinosaurs. Scientists debate its true nature. Some envision a slow browser. Others argue it could sprint when threatened. Its very existence, a living fossil of defense, perhaps seeded ancient tales of armored beasts found in myth. You see in it an evolutionary bridge, a stepping stone from simpler forms to the later, heavily fortified ankylosaurs. This early armor, a silent testament, whispers of Earth's enduring ingenuity. It invites you to consider the many ways life learns to endure. You might often envision the Jurassic through the monumental echoes of its colossal inhabitants. Yet, in rare, profound instances, the ancient rocks hold the imprint of something far more fragile. Here, you discover the ghost of a jellyfish or other soft-bodied creatures. These delicate forms, typically surrendered entirely to time's relentless currents, leave behind only faint, circular impressions with subtle internal details. Scientists continue to debate the precise conditions permitting such extraordinary preservation. Was it a unique alchemy of specific chemical environments, or the swift protective embrace of fine sediment? To an ancient observer, these ethereal patterns might have appeared as symbols etched by the heavens themselves. Perhaps they were the very fingerprints left by water's passage. Such finds offer a quiet, profound reminder that the Jurassic era encompassed not only the titanic, but also the exquisitely delicate. Their exceptional rarity elevates them among the most precious whispers from that distant past. Within the vast tapestry of Jurassic life, you encounter predators whose strategies were profoundly diverse. In ancient China, you might envision Sinraptor, a formidable theropod reaching 7 meters, its teeth poised for a powerful strike. Some paleontologists propose these creatures hunted in coordinated packs, like shadows moving beneath the forest canopy. Yet, the fossil record offers only tantalizing, debated clues. Other scientists suggest a more solitary existence, a lone hunter stalking its prey. Perhaps echoes of this imposing predator linger in ancient Asian legends, tales of dragon-like beings. The true nature of Sinraptor's social life remains hidden within the Jurassic Earth. It is a mystery still waiting to be fully understood. As you consider the vastness of the Jurassic world, turn your gaze to its hidden, aqueous depths. Beneath the Jurassic waves, vast coral gardens stretched for kilometers. These living reefs cradled an abundance of life, from darting fish to shelled mollusks. Fossil evidence shows these corals built intricate lattices, structures resembling submerged, silent cities. Scientists still debate their prolific growth. Some suggest high carbon dioxide levels played a role. Others believe ocean currents shaped their vast distribution. Centuries later, ancient builders unknowingly quarried this very coral-rich limestone. They shaped monuments from the petrified remnants of these Jurassic undersea palaces. These preserved reefs, now revealed in cliffs, stand as enduring monuments. They whisper of marine abundance and quiet resilience. Inviting your contemplation, you might stumble upon a place where the Earth tells a grim, ancient story. These Jurassic bone beds hold the silent, entangled remains of countless creatures. Layers reveal a jumble of mixed species, their bones often fractured, suggesting rapid, shared burial. Scientists still contemplate the exact cause of these mass deaths. They debate whether severe drought, catastrophic floods, or suffocating volcanic ash was responsible. Long ago, early settlers called such sites dragon cemeteries, sometimes carrying the curious fossils to their churches. Each layer becomes a frozen page of panic, crowding, and struggle. It is a testament to a moment when an entire Jurassic ecosystem paused. These fossil laboratories offer you a stark glimpse into the abrupt end of communities. Echoing across millions of years, you encounter an early stegosaur, smaller than its famous relatives. This was Yangosaurus, a Jurassic inhabitant of ancient China. Its compact body, perhaps the size of a modern rhinoceros, carried a distinctive array of bony plates along its back. Sharp shoulder spines also protruded, creating a silhouette like a walking palisade or a series of defensive banners. These features likely deterred agile hunters of its time. Paleontologists still debate the plate's primary function. Some suggest heat dissipation in the humid Jurassic air. Others propose they served as visual signals for mates. Intriguingly, farmers who first unearthed these bones sometimes linked them to local guardian spirits. Huayangosaurus offers a quiet glimpse into armor's evolution, foreshadowing the dramatic Stegosaurs of the later Jurassic world. Beneath the towering fronds you imagined, an unseen world hummed with delicate life. Tiny Jurassic beetles, flies, and moth-like insects flitted through ancient air, their existence etched into shales and fossilized amber. You might find one of these miniature marvels preserved with such clarity that its wing venation still whispers secrets. Ancient artisans, encountering such perfect inclusions, sometimes mistook them for trapped stars, setting these tiny wonders into jewelry. Scientists now decipher their mouthparts and body forms, revealing roles as diverse as scavengers, feeders on conifer cones, and perhaps even early pollinators. While true flowering plants were still distant, some researchers propose these insects helped form proto-pollination networks, gently stitching energy between the leaves and soil. Their presence shows that grand ecological engines ran on countless delicate gears, silently turning through the Jurassic ages. You might consider the sheer force needed to dominate an ancient world. Among the Jurassic's largest theropods, Allosaurus wielded a truly devastating bite. Adults stretched beyond 10 meters, bearing deep skulls and thick, serrated teeth. These formidable jaws were built for tearing dense flesh, capable of brutal shearing power. Debate persists over its niche overlap with Allosaurus. Were they rivals, or did they partition prey? Scientists ponder if they divided resources by size and habitat, avoiding direct conflict. Local legends of hill giants often began at quarries where its massive teeth surfaced, hinting at a primal terror. As if forged from iron and sinew, Pterosaurus represents the upper tier of predation, a silent hunter now fossilized in stone. Amidst the thunderous footsteps of Jurassic titans, a quieter form of life persisted, charting its own course through time. You discover fossilized imprints of ginkgo leaves, their distinctive fan shapes and radiating veins perfectly preserved in ancient strata. These remarkable trees flourished during the age of dinosaurs. They endured dramatic climatic shifts, later surviving mass extinctions that erased larger beasts. Paleobotanists debate if Jurassic ginkgos formed dense groves, casting deep shadows, or mixed forests beneath towering conifers. Scholars once called them living fossils, cultivated around ancient temples for centuries. As if a quiet clock ticked in green, ginkgos mark a continuous line from those Jurassic shadows to the modern streets you walk today. Their hardy physiology, tolerant of stress and resistant to pests, whispers of an evolutionary strategy, favoring stability in a turbulent prehistoric world. As the Triassic faded, certain life forms found new footing in the nascent Jurassic world. You discover the swift relatives of time's Coelophysis asterisk, sleek hunters who continued to grace earliest Jurassic landscapes. You might picture their light skeletons and long legs, built for speed. Their narrow skulls imply a pursuit of smaller, swifter prey. Scientists ponder their role. Did they bridge vital ecological gaps, or were they isolated holdouts? Perhaps you see them as regional survivors, clinging to remote basins. Ranchers unearthing fragile bones sometimes mistook them for birds, so delicate was their form. Imagine wind-given claws, weaving through ancient ferns and logjams. Their legacy whispers of niches inherited, territories contested, and the slow, inevitable march of ecological succession. As the ancient world stretched before you, vast and green, certain forms commanded attention through sheer presence. The Apatosaurus, unlike its more slender diplodocid kin, presented a robust, heavy-bodied silhouette. Its immense bulk, a testament to Jurassic engineering, moved across the landscape with undeniable power. You observe the deep cavities within its massive vertebrae, an ingenious design lightening its colossal frame while preserving strength. Thick limb bones, anchored muscles capable of shifting many tons. Scientists quietly debate the tail's true purpose. Was it a crucial counterbalance, a formidable defensive whip, or perhaps a subtle tool for tactile signaling within its herd? You might recall the famous early museum mix-up. Its impressive body mistakenly topped with the head of a different species, a historical curiosity. Imagine it then. A living, moving embankment, subtly altering floodplains into vast, braided paths. It shaped vegetation height and the margins of ancient rivers. Its anatomy whispers of sustainable, multi-ton life, a silent record etched into the earth for generations. You gaze upon a slab of stone, not merely a fossil but a window into a moment long past. In Germany's Holzmaden Posidonia shale, a Jurassic seabed unfolds, preserving ichthyosaurs with astonishing fidelity. You can discern not only their skeletal forms but also faint outlines of skin, even stomach contents, and the tiny skeletons of newborns within their mothers. These fine-grained black shales speak of ancient waters, largely devoid of oxygen, creating a natural tomb that deterred scavengers. Yet, researchers still debate the precise conditions of this burial ground. Was it a shallow, storm-influenced lagoon, or a deeper, calmer basin? The shale captures entire fish schools, coiled ammonites, and marine reptiles, as if an underwater camera had opened its lens in the Jurassic world. Early quarry workers, captivated by these dramatic finds, often sold them directly to traveling collectors. Such haunting detail allows scientists to test hypotheses on growth, pregnancy, and hunting strategies, offering rare, intimate glimpses into the lives of the Jurassic period's marine inhabitants. The secrets of that ancient lagoon still gently unfold. You might envision the distant plains of Jurassic Asia, home to creatures of immense scale. Among them, the Mamenchisaurus stood apart, defined by a neck of astonishing length. Imagine a living crane arm, capable of reaching across vast distances to gather sustenance. Its cervical vertebrae, lightened by complex air sacs, allowed for this remarkable extension. Scientists still debate its precise posture. Did it sweep low across ground cover or browse the mid-canopies? This design offered an efficient way to graze wide floodplain patches without constant movement. Rural traditions once linked the discovery of such elongated bones to powerful river spirits. Acknowledging their mystery, the Mamenchisaurus reveals how geometry and airflow solved the challenges of colossal scale in a prehistoric world. Fact 70. The fin-tailed pursuit of Ophthalmosaurus. Imagine the deep Jurassic waters, where light grew faint, almost a memory. There, Ophthalmosaurus, an ichthyosaur with enormous eyes, tracked its prey, a living shadow in the gloom. Its massive scleral rings speak of visual specialization. It was perfectly adapted for hunting in dim waters or at considerable depth. Its streamlined form, a convergent solution, powered fast pursuits. Like modern tuna or dolphins, its tail-driven propulsion cut through the ancient seas. Curiously, ancient fisherfolk once framed its found vertebrae. They saw them as the petrified wheels of some forgotten, colossal fish. Scientists still ponder its physiology. Some propose a warm-bodied existence, yet others remain cautious, citing mixed signals from isotopic evidence. This agile predator, sculpted by physics more than lineage, navigated the ocean's twilight. Its silent, fin-tailed pursuit remains a mystery whispered by the Jurassic deep. Beyond the lumbering titans of the Jurassic, a different kind of life danced through the undergrowth. Imagine a Allosaurus, a small ornithischian, no bigger than a chicken, a blur in the dappled light. These agile bipeds relied on pure speed. Their lightweight frame and nimble limbs allowed effortless darting, a fleeting silhouette in ancient foliage. Leaf-shaped teeth hint at tender shoots and soft plants, perhaps small invertebrates. Scientists ponder their social awareness, and if they bore subtle display structures, details often lost to time. Later, villagers might have found tiny jawbones, cherishing them as charms against misfortune, a whisper across millennia. These swift runners, stitching clearings together, were vital threads in the Jurassic ecosystem's living fabric. You consider the quiet strength of Jurassic herbivores, whose tails evolved into formidable defenses. These were not merely balances, but bone ballistics, colossal clubs, or sharp, spiked thagomisers. Biomechanical models now test the theoretical impact, calculating if a powerful swing could fracture a predator's ribs. Yet, paleontologists debate the precise force. Some caution against overestimation. Others point to injury patterns on theropod bones, silent witnesses to ancient battles. Imagine miners unearthing these spines, perhaps weaving tales of battlefield beasts, as if trees had grown hammers. These structures represent a complex negotiation between weight, mobility, and signaling, shaping a silent arms race across the Jurassic ground. The Jurassic landscape, you find, was often shaped by the intricate dance of flowing water. Paleochannel maps of the Morrison Formation reveal a vast tapestry of braided rivers, winding oxbows, and wide floodplains. Claystone and sandstone cycles suggest rhythms of wet and dry, influencing where forage grew and nests were built. Scientists still debate the frequency of these shifts. Were they long droughts or sudden monsoon pulses? This question lingers. Such shifting waters made the basin a living chessboard, dictating the movements of herbivores and predators alike. These ancient currents guide your understanding of Jurassic life, even in quiet reflection. You observe Monolophosaurus, a Jurassic predator from ancient China, distinguished by a single crest atop its snout. This unique feature sparks ongoing scientific debate. Was it a visual display for mates, a species recognition marker, or an acoustic resonator for calls? Skull cavities indicate lightweight construction, suggesting adornment rather than armor. Some researchers propose sexual dimorphism. Others attribute crest variations to growth stages. Locals once likened fossil fragments to temple ornaments, a silent banner from the past. This predator broadens your view of Jurassic ecosystems, extending beyond North America's familiar giants, its identity echoing through deep time. As you delve deeper into the ancient waters, a familiar shape emerges from the Jurassic depths. These are the belemnites, ancient cephalopods whose bullet-shaped guards, called rostrums, frequently pierce the limestone records of the Jurassic period. Imagine them as the ocean's silent, swift arrows. Like modern squids, they propelled themselves with agile grace, their hooked arms poised for predation on smaller fish and plankton. Scientists observe isotopes within their guards, tracing possible migrations across vast ancient currents. Yet, the precise temperature ranges of their journeys remain a subject of gentle debate. Centuries ago, collectors mistook these fossilized rostrums for thunderbolts, believing they had fallen from stormy skies. These enduring remnants scattered across the seafloor, are like stone pens that wrote the pulse of marine food chains in water. Their abundance anchors Jurassic timelines, calibrating the rhythm of those long-lost seas, inviting you to listen to their silent story. Consider the Jurassic world's rich vertical tapestry. You might visualize ground-level grazers, but a different titan sought its bounty much higher. This was the domain of the brachiosaurids, immense sauropods whose very architecture elevated them into the upper forest reaches. Their forms were like living towers, reaching for the someday. Observe their limb proportions. Notably, longer forelimbs shifted their center of mass forward. This design allowed them to access foliage beyond the reach of other giants. Some paleontologists propose this enabled selective browsing on nutrient-rich, tender shoots found only at extreme heights. However, other researchers study wear patterns on fossilized teeth, finding evidence compatible with a diet gathered from mixed elevations. This quiet academic tension reflects the subtle complexities of ancient life. Imagine grand city exhibitions from a past century, where these giants were posed like monumental breathing towers. They truly embodied the idea of trees learning to walk. Their success suggests a sophisticated stratification of plant layers, reducing direct competition among the Jurassic's colossal herbivores. A testament to nature's intricate solutions. As you picture the Jurassic landscape, consider the quiet persistence found along its waterways. Dense stands of horsetail plants lined these marshy edges, their segmented stems rising like ancient columns. These silica-rich structures offered a formidable defense, deterring many grazers from their tough, fibrous leaves. Botanists still debate the true extent of herbivory versus the effectiveness of these natural chemical deterrents. This remains a quiet academic tension across the ages. Their jointed segments, revealed in fine detail by compressional fossils, also inspired rural lore. You might imagine them serving as natural scouring pads. As if the marsh itself grew armor, these unassuming plants shaped banks, trapped sediments, and offered refuge for amphibians. Their low stature belied an outsized role in stabilizing habitats during floods and droughts, acting as a silent anchor. As you ponder the immense scale of Jurassic herbivores, consider the camarasaurids, whose very form spoke of grounded power. Their boxy skulls held spoon-shaped teeth, perfect for stripping leaves and twigs from the towering flora of their world. Early caricatures sometimes focused on their relatively small brains, yet these creatures moved with a profound biomechanical elegance. Imagine entire hills gaining momentum, slowly traversing the ancient landscape. These broad-footed giants converted coarse vegetation into the energy for vast migrations across the Jurassic plains. Their fossilized paths across the American West subtly map the green corridors that pulsed with ancient weather. This leaves you to ponder their quiet, enduring journey. Beneath the fossilized giants, the very bedrock holds quieter, darker stories of the Jurassic world. You discover organic-rich black shales, dark layers that speak of ancient marine environments starved of oxygen. These particular Jurassic intervals reveal periods when oceans seemed to hold their breath. Geochemists carefully analyze carbon isotopes and trace metals, inferring long stretches of stagnant, suffocating waters. Sailors, quarrying such dark stone in later ages, sometimes imagined it as compacted night, a solidified absence of light. Yet, whether these oxygen crises were local or global remains a quiet debate among scientists. These dark layers offer a subtle, cautionary echo. They suggest how nutrient surges and warming can gently tip vast marine systems into uneasy, breathless slumber. You observe the delicate architecture of ancient flight, a marvel of repurposing. Imagine your fourth finger, not merely a digit, but the anchor for an immense wing, stretching taut with membrane towards your body, fastened at your flanks and legs. This was the ingenious design of pterosaurs, masters of the Jurassic skies. Their bones, though hollow and light as a whisper, bore muscle scars and fiber impressions, hinting at incredible strength, allowing them to navigate the ancient air. Scientists continued to model their flight, some envisioning grand, sustained soaring on thermal currents, others emphasizing powerful, agile bursts over sun-drenched lagoons. It is a subtle debate, yet it clarifies how these creatures truly moved. You might even consider how such winged forms, unearthed from ancient limestone quarries, could have sparked the earliest whispers of medieval dragon tales. Their anatomy, as if hands learned to cast shadows across vast landscapes, demonstrates evolution's profound capacity to transform the familiar into the extraordinary. You sense the enduring mystery of how such lightness could command the vastness of the Jurassic Period's atmosphere. You might imagine the Jurassic Period as a single, sweeping tableau. Yet, its true story often unfolds in distinct, layered chapters. This becomes profoundly evident within the Morrison Formation, a vast geological canvas, one of Earth's richest Jurassic fossil repositories. For decades, patient excavations across these quarry sites unveiled an astonishing parade of ancient life. You uncover colossal sauropods, armored stegosaurs, and sharp-toothed predators, often buried together in mixed strata. Scientists still debate how these concentrations formed. Some suggest drought-gathered creatures, while others point to powerful flooding cycles. Early railroad expansion, an unexpected catalyst, first exposed these deep deposits, igniting global fascination. Earth seemed to stack its own chapters in stone, each dig revealing new characters in a sprawling prehistoric drama. These quarries became crucial training grounds for paleontology, shaping careers and public imagination with every bone lifted from the dust. You might picture sauropods as gentle, long-necked giants, yet their ancient forms held unexpected artistry. In the late Jurassic, you find echoes of a coming strangeness, precursors to the bizarre neck armor of future sauropods like Allosaurus. Their vertebrae stretched skyward, forming elongated spines that perhaps supported grand sails or protective, keratinous sheaths. Scientists still ponder their true purpose, debating whether these served as flamboyant display structures or clever thermal regulators. Imagine ancient farmers, long after the Jurassic giants vanished, unearthing isolated spikes. They might have mistaken them for the horns of buried demons, a testament to their striking, otherworldly form. These adaptations remind you that even immense beings experimented with design, their bodies blossoming into banners of silent wonder. The Jurassic world, you see, was richly varied in unexpected ways. You might imagine the vast Jurassic sky, a canvas often painted with solitary shadows. Yet, certain rare sites preserve an unexpected story. The fossilized trackways of pterosaur colonies. These aren't mere single prints. You see parallel paths across ancient mudflats, suggesting groups gathered near coasts. Researchers quietly debate what these imprints truly reveal. Do they confirm social behaviors, perhaps even communal nesting? Or are they simply the coincidental passage of many individuals, their shallow marks easily misinterpreted? Local myths of giant bird steps may have arisen from these traces, as if the sky itself had pressed fragile fingers into the ancient mud. These silent echoes invite you to glimpse a social world, far richer than solitary silhouettes drifting overhead. You've journeyed through the rise of titans, yet the Jurassic held quieter stories of persistence. Among these, you encounter the broad-headed relatives of pterosaurs, creatures pausing at an evolutionary crossroads. These early forms, though linked to the Triassic, lingered subtly into the Jurassic dawn. Their fossilized remains present a fascinating mosaic of features. You see traits of basal long-necked dinosaurs, these blended with hints of the colossal sauropods, still to fully dominate. You notice their skulls, surprisingly broad, and limbs suggesting a versatile stride. It was neither fully bipedal nor entirely quadrupedal. Some scientists propose these survivors carved out niches in marginal habitats, adapting to less competitive environments. Others argue they were simply evolutionary holdovers, echoes of a previous age. Locals, unearthing such bones in ancient times, sometimes called them ox bones. Perhaps they sensed their sturdy yet unfamiliar proportions. They stand as a testament to the period's complex tapestry, a quiet record of evolution unfolding, step by deliberate step. As you consider the vastness of Jurassic forests, turn your gaze to the ground beneath. Here, beneath the colossal footsteps of long-necked sauropods, lay sprawling meadows of ferns. These ancient plants, preserved in shales, formed dense green carpets across damp soil. You might wonder what fueled such lushness. Some scientists suggest high carbon dioxide levels encouraged their abundance, while others point to their incredible resilience against environmental change. Imagine collectors centuries later pressing these very fern fossils, viewing them as nature's own quiet artworks. These delicate impressions feel as if the ground itself had painted a masterpiece. They whisper of the silent, vital scaffolding that supported an entire world of giants. You have journeyed past the long-necked browsers of the Jurassic, each finding its green bounty. Now, consider Camarasaurus, a sauropod with a distinct approach to sustenance. Its ancient skull reveals rows of broad, spoon-shaped teeth, unlike the slender pegs of its relatives. These robust teeth were perfectly suited for grinding coarse vegetation, allowing this vast creature to process food with remarkable efficiency. Imagine it as a living grinder, a colossal engine moving across the primeval plains. Early reconstructions, perhaps charmed by its formidable jaw, sometimes gave it cartoonishly heavy heads, sparking quiet public fascination. Scientists still ponder its exact feeding height. Some suggest low browsing, others envision mid-level foraging. Its widespread remains offer a profound lesson. Multiple strategies allowed these magnificent sauropods to thrive together, sharing Jurassic habitats without exhausting precious resources. As you consider the immense scale of the Jurassic, turn your gaze to the ocean's depths, where smaller, intricate lives unfolded. Delicate fossils, unearthed from limestone quarries, preserve ancient shrimp and their kin, their forms frozen in time with extraordinary detail. You can almost trace their fine antennae and segmented limbs, remnants of creatures that once scuttled across the seafloor. Scientists debate whether these crustaceans were common in shallow lagoons, or if their preservation speaks to rare, unique chemical conditions. Locals, encountering these stone imprints, sometimes describe them as stone insects of the sea, a fitting name for their delicate, petrified beauty. Their whispers, pressed into rock, remind you that Jurassic ecosystems teemed with small, industrious lives. This vibrant world, often overlooked by the giants, offers its own quiet testament to enduring life. Even as the Jurassic unfolded its familiar panorama, you might glimpse subtle evidence of future forms, like the thickened skull roofs of early pachycephalosaur relatives. These rare specimens reveal bony domes, sometimes several inches deep, suggesting a robust cranial structure. Such architecture immediately sparks questions about its purpose. Some scientists propose these domes were evolving for head-butting contests, much like modern bighorn sheep. Others suggest they served as visual displays for courtship, or as a clear marker for species recognition within a diverse ancient world. You might hear old tales of farmers unearthing these rounded bones and calling them stone helmets, a name that captures their curious, armored nature. It is as if armor had grown from thought, a quiet experiment in evolution's grand design for structural innovation. Their scarcity in Jurassic strata reminds you that even the most iconic lineages often begin as faint echoes, emerging from quiet, forgotten corners of the deep past. You discover ancient tunnels etched into the Jurassic Earth. These fossilized burrows, spirals, and intricate pathways whisper tales of small creatures. They reveal how early mammals and reptiles navigated a world of giants, seeking refuge from predators and climate extremes. Scientists often ponder whether these specific subterranean structures belonged to shrew-like mammals or perhaps early lizards. You might imagine villagers long ago believing these formations were the secret marks of spirits dwelling beneath the soil. These intricate structures serve as hidden blueprints, charting survival strategies otherwise unseen. They testify that the Jurassic period was not solely an age of colossal dinosaurs. It was also a time of tiny, unseen architects shaping the very ground beneath your feet. You might trace the faint outlines of giants yet to come within the Jurassic fossil record. Deep within late Jurassic strata, you discover vertebrae with neural spines, unusually elongated. These offer a subtle hint of the future sail-backed spinosaurids. Such ancient bones suggest early evolutionary experiments in dorsal structures long before the Cretaceous titans truly roamed. Paleontologists often debate the precise purpose of these emerging features. Some whisper of thermal regulation, allowing creatures to bask or cool under the ancient sunday. Others suggest they were grand banners for display, silent signals across primeval landscapes. Imagine early fisherfolk encountering such strange fossilized spines. Perhaps they wove tales of colossal fish dragons from the deep, their forms sculpted by the very wind itself. These adaptations stand as evolutionary whispers, a profound prelude to the magnificent sail-backed predators that would dominate later epochs. Their origins are rooted deeply in Jurassic diversity. From the intricate scales you have imagined, a new texture began to emerge across the Jurassic landscape. Far from the iconic Times Archaeopteryx asterisk, whispers of ancient plumage have been unearthed in Chinese fossil beds. These finds reveal feathers often detached from their dinosaurian hosts. Such delicate imprints confirm feather evolution was a widespread tapestry. It wove through the Jurassic period long before true flight took hold. Within some preserved structures, you can almost discern the faint ghost of color. Pigmentation structures hint at earthy browns, deep blacks, and perhaps an iridescent shimmer. Scientists still ponder the primary purpose of these early plumes. They debate whether feathers offered warmth, provided camouflage, or served as vibrant signals for courtship and display. Local farmers, long before scientific excavation, sometimes encountered these delicate imprints. They believed them to be the fantastical remnants of a phoenix, a creature born of fire and myth. It is as if whispers of fire, or perhaps ancient sunlight, were pressed into stone. These fossils illuminate a gradual innovation rather than a sudden invention. These Jurassic threads, once thought exclusive to flying forms, remind you that life's grand designs often unfold in unexpected ways. They reveal innovation, layer by delicate layer. You might imagine the Jurassic landscape, not just towering forests, but also vast, sun-drenched wetlands. Within these ancient marshes, a formidable predator thrived, the crocodiliform. These distant relatives of modern crocodiles, some growing beyond 6 meters, patrolled the shallows and riverbanks. Their armored backs and powerful, crushing jaws marked them as apex predators. They were formidable rivals, even to dinosaurs at crucial watering holes. Scientists still quietly debate how much time these creatures spent submerged in water versus stalking across the land. Like shadows sliding beneath dense reeds, they demonstrated that no corner of the Jurassic world was truly safe from danger. Their enduring presence for millions of years speaks to a remarkable evolutionary resilience, a silent testament to ancient, untamed power. Beyond the Jurassic's roars, you find quiet evidence of ancient care. Within fossilized Earth, you discover circular pits, the remnants of dinosaur nests. Eggs were laid in clusters, sometimes carefully arranged, hinting at early parental investment. This precise placement sparks a debate. Did herding dinosaurs protect vast communal nesting grounds? A shared vigil against predators. Long ago, farmers found these round stones, believing them mythical dragon pearls. They were unaware of the fragile life once held within. These ancient cradles show even giants began life delicate, needing shelter from the world. They are moments of hope, fossilized, proving reproduction's continuity across epochs. You might imagine the passage of time etched only in stone, yet a deeper record lies within ancient bones. Cut a dinosaur bone in cross-section, and you reveal delicate rings, much like those found within an ancient tree. These concentric circles mark the seasonal rhythms of growth, revealing how some species grew rapidly, others more steadily. Each ring tells a segment of a life story, a silent diary of feast and scarcity. It records rapid growth during abundant seasons and slower periods during leaner times. Scientists still ponder whether these lines speak primarily of climate fluctuations or biological pauses inherent to the creature itself. They whisper of the Jurassic world's pulse, a rhythm recorded not in ink, but in calcium and marrow. Even as you journey across the ancient supercontinent, the echoes of mighty hunters persist. In the eastern lands of Jurassic China, you encounter the formidable presence of Yangchuanosaurus. This large theropod bore distinctive ridges along its snout and spine, a unique identity etched into its very form. Fossils unveil a predator reaching lengths of 8 meters, its powerful jaws expertly crafted for the hunt. Scientists often draw parallels between its ecological role and that of Allosaurus in Western ecosystems, marking it as a parallel apex predator. You might imagine its shadow falling across the Asian floodplains, a hunter born of the very mountains. Indeed, local traditions once called its unearthed bones the relics of dragons. Its existence reveals how similar predatory roles could emerge independently across vast continents during the Jurassic Age. A testament to nature's repeating patterns, you have journeyed through the grandeur of Jurassic giants. Now, consider its most delicate echoes. Thin black films of ancient leaves, pressed into shale, reveal venation with remarkable clarity. These carbon impressions act as subtle climate clues. Scientists debate their meaning. Some see signs of warm, stable environments. Others interpret them as evidence of stress-tolerant species. Imagine a collector's cabinet, where these delicate fossils were once mounted as natural artworks. Each impression feels like a forest's forgotten autograph. They offer an intimate counterpoint to towering skeletons, a quiet whisper of vanished shade and growth. You have seen the Jurassic's grand predators. Now consider its quiet architects of change. Early ornithopods, often deer-sized, began to reshape the landscape with their efficient grazing. Their developing beaks and grinding teeth offered a new mastery over plant matter. Imagine small herds moving through ancient meadows, a quiet adaptation. Scientists still debate the full complexity of their chewing, whether it matched later, more advanced relatives. Farmers who unearthed their strange jawbones sometimes whispered of grazing spirits, born from the very soil. This profound efficiency foreshadowed an evolutionary success that would redefine herbivory for millions of years. You perceive the deep, patient currents of adaptation at work. Within the vast, ancient oceans of the Jurassic, life often found its most elegant expressions in geometry. You might imagine them as living compasses, their tightly coiled shells, often no larger than your palm, yet containing a record of millions of years. These fossilized spirals, known as ammonites, became crucial timekeepers for geologists. Each shell's intricate internal sutures, like delicate lace patterns etched in stone, are unique fingerprints of their species. This rapid turnover of forms during the Jurassic has long puzzled scientists. Some see it as a testament to evolutionary experimentation, while others suggest it reflects periods of intense environmental stress. For centuries, collectors treasured these fossils as snake stones, believing them to be petrified serpents. Thus, these ancient ocean dwellers become both a testament to survival's artistry and a precise, silent clock within the deep strata of time. Fact 99. The twin-spined identity of Allosaurus. As your mind drifts through the varied landscapes of the Jurassic, you encounter an armored marvel from ancient China. This is Allosaurus, a stegosaur whose formidable presence once graced the eastern reaches of the supercontinent. Its back was adorned with two distinct rows of bony plates, complemented by long, sharp spikes on its tail. Imagine its heavy, low-slung body, perfectly suited for browsing on the abundant vegetation of its time. Scientists still ponder the precise function of its dorsal plates. Did they stand proudly upright, or perhaps lay flatter across its broad back? Local villagers, long before modern paleontology, imagined its tail spikes as the weapons of fearsome mountain beasts. It was as if stone shields, unearthed from the earth, had come vividly to life. This discovery reveals how stegosaurs diversified, adapting to varied Jurassic habitats across continents, a testament to their ancient, enduring design. You might trace the faint lines of ancient landscapes, long buried beneath the modern world. Imagine vast river networks, some wider than any you see today, once carving paths through the Jurassic Earth. These fossilized arteries reveal how water flowed, nourishing life across immense, vanished plains. These ancient waterways were once vibrant arteries, pumping life through the prehistoric continents. For centuries, farmers plowing fields in Europe sometimes uncovered these embedded channels. They believed them to be paths worn by giants or forgotten gods. Scientists can still read the story of their currents in preserved ripple marks and the subtle tilt of sand grains. These enduring fossil rivers whisper of a time when the very flow of water carved history into stone. They invite you to ponder the unseen landscapes beneath your feet. As the Jurassic Period neared its grand finale, you might sense a profound shift in the ancient air. Though colossal sauropods and formidable theropods still dominated, their reign subtly began to share the stage. You would observe a quiet diversification. Paleontologists uncover a mosaic in the fossil record from this boundary, a period debated as gentle evolution, not sudden catastrophe. Early mammals scurried beneath giants. Primitive birds took tentative flight. Scientists ponder if global climate or tectonic shifts nudged these patterns like a slow turning of a cosmic dial. The exact drivers remain a whispered question. You might feel the subtle anticipation, a breath held between two vast epochs as the Jurassic prepared its enduring legacy. You have journeyed through an epoch of profound transformation, a time when Earth sculpted giants and whispered through ancient forests. The Jurassic Period, vast and enigmatic, has unfolded its secrets for you. It leaves behind not just bones, but entire landscapes fossilized into memory. You have walked alongside the majestic Brachiosaurus, its long neck reaching for distant leaves. Perhaps you felt the primal stir of the Allosaurus, a formidable hunter, beyond the colossal. You also encountered the delicate. Consider the intricate patterns of ancient ferns, the fleeting dance of insects preserved in amber, the silent testimony of coral reefs that once thrived in sunlit seas. These were not just backdrops. The environments themselves were active participants, shaping life and leaving indelible marks. Every petrified forest, every ancient trackway, every fragile shell contributes to a grand narrative, a story spanning millions of years. You have seen how history belongs equally to the small and the mighty, to the fleeting moment and the geological age. The earth, in its profound wisdom, truly wrote poetry in stone during this magnificent era. Each fossil you have contemplated, each fragment of ancient life, is a stanza in a story without end. It is a silent echo across the chasm of time. What further wonders, what deeper truths, still sleep within unturned rock, waiting for curious eyes to awaken them? The Jurassic continues its quiet conversation with the present. As your journey through these ancient echoes concludes, allow the vastness of that vanished world to settle within you. If your eyes close now, carry these echoes softly. If you drift, let the rhythm of vanished giants guide your thoughts. If silence gathers, let it become a comforting companion. Good night.